Shalom, Kahala Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect, with the house of David reborn again in this generation. And Shalom to the 130 Yasharallah, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who before losing their true heritage were known as, and still are, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about Esau's latest escapades into the heavens, right? What you're looking at here is the new addition to the International Space Station, which is this ball right here, along with this tube, right? This is the new Space Entertainment Enterprise portion of the ISS, International Space Station, that they are going to build, right? You see, some movie producers or movie moguls have decided to flip the bill and build this thing so that way they can make movies, host sports, and other entertainment in space, okay? And they plan on having this done by December 2024. Now, just so that way you're clear on this, when you get into the range of outer space which Esau has traversed and which he can traverse, you got to understand that the International Space Station is not technically out in outer space. It is pretty much, 230 miles above the Earth's atmosphere. Now that is still considered a heaven, right? But it's not outer space, okay? And the reason is because you have this thing here, right? This is known as the Van Allen belt, right? And it starts from 12,000 to 25,000 miles, right? Starts from here, ends over here. And what this does is it pretty much protects the Earth from solar radiation, right? Basically what the sun throws at the Earth, this basically blocks it. Now, that being said, Esau cannot escape through here, right? Because the massive amounts of radiation that he will be subjected to would kill him, right? And these Edomites, which again, the reason that the Edomite is the biblical name of the so-called Caucasian race. They've tested out if life can pass the Van Allen belt by sending dogs, monkeys, and other animals in spacecraft beyond the Van Allen belt, right? Or through the Van Allen belt, I should say. And those animals all perished. Now, what Esau has managed to send out are satellite systems, okay? This is the only thing that has left the Van Allen belt, are machines, mechanical machines. And why is that? Well, because you see, besides the Earth being an incubator of sorts for us humans, right? When the Lord created the Earth, He created it in its perfect nature, right? Not only was it able to sustain us and help us, evolve and, become the people we are today, but it also serves as a prison of sorts, right? It does not allow us to leave where the Lord has put us, right? We're going to have to wait until the Lord comes back and gives us new bodies, as it tells you, right? It tells you that we will be given celestial bodies that can go, be on Earth and also in space, right? But until then, we're stuck here on terra firma with these terrestrial bodies that we have been imprisoned within, right? Your body is the chains of darkness that the Bible speaks of, okay? At least, for us Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody whose father's lineage goes back to that bloodline, right? See, we were angels before, but what happened is we came down to earth, right? As it tells you in Genesis 6, that the angels that kept not their first estate, that's us. We're us Israelites, right? And now we're here at the end days, and when the Lord comes back, we're going back to that state, right? So enough of that. Let's go ahead and get back to this movie studio and find out why Esau is really building this. But before we get into that, let's read this. This is Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hath gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. So you see, that scripture there shows that these Edomites are in fact very wise, right? Very wise, and they've managed to secure much riches for themselves, right? And what do you do when you have tons of resources, vast amounts of fortunes, and you have the wisdom? You build things like this, right? You set your nest amongst the stars, as it tells you in Obadiah that these devils would do, right? And that's exactly what they're doing here. Well, let's go and read what this article has to say. It says, the world's first space-based entertainment studio to be launched in 2024. The company co-producing Tom Cruise's upcoming space movie revealed on Thursday new plans for the world's first space-based entertainment studio that will attach to the International Space Station, the ISS. The Space Entertainment Enterprise, co-founded by producers Elena and Dmitry Lesnovsky, right? Notice their names, right? Notice these are husband and wife. Hired Texas Space Axiom Space Inc. to build a module named C1, which will dock with the Axiom station, the commercial side of the ISS, in December 2024. All right. This is the statement from Dmitry and Elena. This is what they said. It says, it will provide a unique and accessible home for boundless entertainment possibilities in a venue packed with innovative infrastructure, which will unleash a new world of creativity, right? Notice where it says accessible home, okay? It says C1's low orbit microgravity environment will host television, sports, events, films, and music, and allow content creators to record 250 miles above Earth. C1 is an incredible opportunity for humanity to move into a different realm and start an exciting new chapter in space. It will provide a unique and accessible home for boundless entertainment possibilities in a venue packed with innovative infrastructure, which will unleash a new world of creativity. Right? That's Dmitry and Elena Lesnovsky. It says COO Richard Johnson spoke about creating the next generation entertainment venue in space opens countless doors to create incredible new content and make these dreams a reality. The move is likely the birthing of the space industry. Axiom Station is expected to separate from the ISS in 2028, and the studio module is about 20% of the station's overall volume. Adding a dedicated entertainment venue to Axiom Station, commercial capabilities in the form of C1 will expand the station's utility as a platform for a global user base and highlight the range of opportunities the new space economy offers, Michael Shafandi, Axiom CEO, said. From Apollo 13 to Gravity to Interstellar to The Martian, visual effects have already taken audience into space on an unbelievable level. So it makes absolutely no sense to build a studio in space from a cost analysis perspective. And there you go. That's what I wanted to get there, right? Well, if it makes no sense to build a studio in space from a cost analysis perspective, well, why are these people building it, right? Why is this husband and wife flipping the bill to go and build this home in outer space? Well, let's read this and maybe you'll get a hint. This is Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So you see, Dimitri and his wife, they want to find a way to escape the coming judgment. You see, the world is a lot different than what is portrayed to you on the media, right? The elites of this society, which are all Edomites for the most part, right? They understand what's going on. They understand that you Negro, Latino, Native Americans are in fact the Israelites, and the ones of them that are in the know, right? The very tippy tops of those, that 1%ers, right? They know that we're waking up, and they also know that the Lord is in fact coming back. And not only is he coming back, but he's coming back to destroy, right? Destroy the Edomite kingdom, which is established upon the earth today. Now, those in the know that also have the resources to do something about it, or at least to try to do something about it, are doing things like building underground bunkers, or undersea bunkers, or in this case, outer space bunkers, right? And that's exactly what's happening. That C1 movie studio, it's not really to make movies or TV shows or record sports events. No, in fact, what it's going to be is going to be a place where the elites, right, where Dimitri and Elena, Tom Cruise probably, and Christopher McQuarrie, right, and all these other people who are involved in it can possibly go to escape the judgments which will come upon earth, right? See, they believe that they're going to be able to escape the judgment of the Lord, right? And this is why they're dumping their money into ventures like this, man. This is why they're doing what they're doing. This is why they're pulling the plug on killing off the majority of humanity, right? Because they want to have this whole world to themselves, and they're at the point where they're going to fight the Lord to get it, right? It tells you in Revelations that that Satan and his angels are going to fight against Michael, the archangel, and his angels, right? And who is Satan and his angels? Well, that right there is talking about these Edomites that are going into space, that are setting up their space force, right? Getting things ready to fight against the Lord, right? That's what these people are doing, right? This is the real reason behind the space station, okay? So, you know, though they come out with all these press releases and all these things that they're trying to portray, what's going on is that they ultimately are trying to escape their judgment. But that isn't the way it's going to work, right? The Lord has the set bound for these Edomites, and they're not going to escape, right? And it all started, their downfall, that is, when they first went into space, right? Back in the 60s. This is Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? So the Lord is ultimately going to take down the C1 movie studio, right? The Lord is not a fan of your movies, right? And though you try to hide the fact that they're going to go up to the space station to hide, right? Why do you think they've been training or they've been testing to see how old people can survive space launches, man? Because you see, a lot of these elites are old and decrepit, right? And they need and they want to see if they can survive launching into space, right? Why do you think? Who was it? Virgin? I think it was Virgin Galactic. They're talking about building the first space hotel, right? You see, they're making their nest. Like it says, they're making their nest amongst the stars, right? And they're going to try to escape the coming judgment, but that's not how it's going to work, right? See, because the Lord is ultimately going to destroy them. But I just thought this was a fun article, a little goofy, just saying the things that these Edomites are going to go to, the lengths that they're going to try to stay in power and try to avoid prophecy. But you can't disrupt prophecy, Esau. So with all that, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Asher Ruach. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom.